My child, stop right here, right now. Take a deep breath. This isn't an accident. You didn't just stumble into this message. You didn't find it because of an algorithm or a random click. You found it because he led you here. For these next 2 minutes, yes, only 2 minutes, heaven is reaching out to your heart. God himself is calling your name. Listen, because what you're about to hear could shift everything in your life. Maybe lately your mind has been heavy. Maybe you've been praying in silence, whispering through tears. Lord, if you still hear me, show me a sign. And right now, this is that sign. This is not coincidence. This is divine orchestration. God says, I place these very words in front of you on purpose because I love you too much to let you miss what I'm about to do. He's saying, don't scroll away. Don't turn your heart aside. This is a holy interruption. You see, there are moments in life that heaven sets apart, sacred intersections where eternity touches time, moments when God says, pause, because I'm about to speak directly to your soul, and this is one of them. You may have asked for confirmation, for direction, for peace, and heaven has heard you. Every sigh, every sleepless night, every quiet prayer you thought went unanswered was never unheard. God waited for this very moment to reach you, when your heart would finally be ready to receive what he's been trying to tell you all along. He says, my beloved, I chose this exact moment to meet you. You've been carrying burdens no one else sees. You've smiled in public while breaking in private, and I could not stay silent any longer. So he steps into your day, yes, even through a simple video, and says, stop, my child, I've come to speak peace into your storm. This message isn't meant for everyone scrolling by. It's meant for you. You've prayed for a sign, and this is that sign. You've longed for proof, and this is that proof. I know sometimes you wonder, why me? Why now? But that's exactly how divine timing works. God doesn't move according to our schedule. He moves according to the readiness of our heart. He knew today, right now, you'd be here, in need of reassurance, of direction, of hope. And so he whispers, I arranged this moment before time began. I set it in motion so that nothing could stop you from hearing my voice today. This is not random. This is not coincidence. This is divine alignment. Let me ask you something. How many times have you felt that gentle pull inside, that nudge to pause, to reflect, to pray, but you brushed it off, calling it your imagination? And yet here you are again, feeling that same tug. It's not random. It's not your mind. It's his spirit drawing you close. Because he knows sometimes you need to hear it plainly. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not alone. For too long, you've carried the weight of your own battles, trying to be strong, pretending everything's fine while your heart quietly breaks inside. And God says, enough. Enough of feeling unseen. Enough of walking in silence. Enough of thinking you have to fix everything alone. He says, give me these 2 minutes, and I will show you that you are never walking alone. I've been beside you in every valley, in every sleepless night, in every unanswered prayer. I've been waiting for you to stop and listen. You see, God's love isn't random. It's intentional. Every delay, every detour, every door that closed was part of a divine design to bring you here to this exact word in this exact moment. Because sometimes he needs to stop us in our tracks to remind us, you haven't been abandoned, you've been chosen. You've been led here, not by chance, but by purpose. This is his answer to your cry for guidance. This is his whisper breaking through the noise of your day, saying, my child, this is holy ground. I am speaking to you. So stay. Don't look away. Don't dismiss this as just another message. For these few sacred minutes, heaven is reaching into your life. God is saying, open your heart, because if you listen, truly listen, I will reveal to you the peace you've been searching for, the direction you've been asking for, and the love you thought you lost. You didn't find this message. It found you, and that's how you'll know it's real. So breathe, be still, and let his words sink deep into your heart. Because right now, this isn't just a video. This is a divine conversation. This is your moment with God, and he's saying, My beloved child, I'm here. My child, I have seen your tears. Every single one. The ones that fell silently when no one was around. The ones you wiped away quickly before anyone could notice. The ones you cried in the middle of the night, whispering prayers that you weren't even sure reached heaven. I heard them all, and I want you to know, I have never stopped listening. You thought your cries disappeared into the darkness, but they reached my throne. You thought I was distant, but I was right beside you, holding you when you thought no one cared. I see the weariness in your heart, the exhaustion of trying to stay strong while breaking inside. You wake up, put on a brave face, and keep going. But I know how heavy that mask has become. You've told yourself, I'll be fine, even when your soul whispered, I'm not. You've smiled while your heart was quietly bleeding, and I saw it all. I see what others can't see. I see beyond the smile, beyond the calm voice, beyond the strength you pretend to have. I see the storm inside you, and I want you to know you are not alone in it. My beloved, I am closer than the breath you breathe. You have never been out of my sight, never out of my care, never beyond my love. Do you remember those moments when the world felt silent, when your prayers felt unanswered? When you asked, God, do you still see me? Do you still hear me? And heaven seemed quiet? It wasn't that I didn't hear you. It wasn't that I didn't care. It was that I was working in ways you couldn't yet see. I was protecting you from things that could have broken you completely. I was preparing blessings you weren't ready to hold. Sometimes my silence isn't absence, it's preparation. Sometimes I step back so you can learn how to trust my unseen hand. Sometimes I let you walk through the valley not to punish you, but to show you that even there, you are never forsaken. Because I've been there, in every tear, in every heartbreak, in every lonely night. I've been sitting beside you in the quiet, whispering, hold on, I'm still here. When everyone else walked away, I stayed. When no one understood, I did. When you thought nobody noticed, I did. Because I am your father and I never stop watching over my children. You may think your pain is invisible, but to me, it shines like a light in the dark, a signal that calls my heart closer. I am drawn to the brokenhearted. I heal those crushed in spirit. I never ignore the cry of the weary. Right now, I see you holding pieces of your heart, wondering if it will ever feel whole again. And I tell you, it will, because I am still the God who mends what was shattered. I am still the God who brings beauty from ashes. And I am still the God who turns tears into testimony. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. Even when you feel unseen by the world, you are seen by me. Every tear you've cried is recorded. Every prayer you've whispered has been heard. Not one moment of your suffering has been wasted. You may not understand it now, but I am using the pain you're walking through to strengthen you, to deepen your compassion, to sharpen your faith, to prepare you for what's ahead. Your loneliness has not been a punishment. It has been an invitation to draw near to me. Because when everyone else fades away, that's when you finally hear my voice clearly. You've asked me, why do I feel so alone? And I whisper, because I want you to know what it means to truly depend on me. You see, child, my love is not the kind that visits occasionally and leaves. It's the kind that stays through silence, through storms, through the long nights when no one else shows up. I have watched over you every single day of your life, from your first cry to your quietest prayer. And I am still watching, still protecting, still loving you, even now. So don't let despair convince you that you've been forgotten. Don't let fear whisper that you are alone. You are seen, you are known, you are loved. When you lie awake at night, feeling the weight of everything you can't fix, remember this. I am there, right beside you, holding your heart in my hands, and I promise, this season of tears will not last forever. The night will end, the dawn will come, and you will see that every tear you cried watered the soil for your next miracle. Because I am the God who turns mourning into joy, the God who replaces ashes with beauty, the God who makes all things new. So rest, my child. You don't need to keep pretending you're fine. You don't have to carry it all anymore. Lay it down. Let me hold it. Let me heal it. because you are mine and I have never left you. My child, listen carefully because what I'm about to tell you could change how you see everything you've been through. Your pain, it was never pointless. Your heartbreak, your failures, your tears, none of it was wasted. You've asked me, God, why did I have to go through this? Why did I lose what I loved? Why did it hurt so much? And I say to you, because every pain carried a purpose. You see, when gold is placed in the fire, it's not to destroy it, it's to purify it. The flame doesn't erase its value, it reveals it. And in the same way, every trial you've faced has been refining you. It's been shaping your heart, strengthening your spirit, and preparing you for something greater than you could imagine. You thought you were breaking, but in truth, you were being built. I know what. In those nights when you cried until your eyes could cry no more, it felt like your soul was being crushed. You whispered, Lord, I can't take it anymore. But I was right there, holding you together when everything else was falling apart. The pain you've endured wasn't meant to destroy you. It was meant to develop you, to teach you how to trust me even when you couldn't see me, to anchor your faith deeper than your fear, to turn your weakness into wisdom and your tears into strength. Every tear that fell was not forgotten. It watered the ground of your future. Every lonely night you endured was a seed planted in the soil of your destiny. And every delay, every rejection, every closed door, they were all part of my design to lead you into something you would not have found any other way. You see, I never waste pain. What the enemy meant for harm, I have been quietly using for good. Think back for a moment. The heartbreaks that broke you, didn't they also teach you how to love deeper, how to forgive faster, how to value peace more? The losses that left you empty, didn't they also make room for something new to grow? The moments when you thought you were forgotten, didn't they also draw you closer to me? Every season of suffering had a sacred purpose. You just couldn't see it then. And I know when you were walking through the valley, it didn't feel holy. It didn't feel divine. It felt painful, lonely, endless. But now, child, I want you to see what I see. I see strength where you saw weakness. I see wisdom where you saw confusion. I see beauty being born from ashes. You thought I was silent, but I was sculpting. Just as the potter shapes the clay, I was shaping you. Just as the fire refines the gold, I was refining you. And just as the seed must break before it grows, you had to be broken open before you could bloom. My child, you've been through seasons of loss, but loss was never the end of your story. It was the beginning of transformation. You had to lose what was temporary to make room for what was eternal. You had to walk through darkness to recognize the light. You had to feel the weight of emptiness to understand the power of fullness. I know it's hard to believe, but one day you'll look back and realize those tears were not wasted. They were sacred. They were watering the roots of your destiny. Every sleepless night, every unanswered prayer, every why that went unspoken, they were all part of a greater story I've been writing with your life. You were not forgotten in your pain. You were being formed in it. And soon you will step into a season of harvest, because every seed of sorrow you've planted through tears will bloom into joy. Every moment you thought was lost will return multiplied in blessings. Every scar will tell a story of grace, not defeat. My child, I never said the road would be easy, but I did promise it would be worth it. I never said the fire wouldn't burn, but I promised it wouldn't consume you. And I never said you wouldn't cry. I said I would turn those tears into triumph. So don't despise your pain. Don't curse the process. Because what you call breaking, I call becoming. You are being prepared for more, for deeper love, greater purpose, stronger faith. You're being positioned for something far beyond the pain you've endured. Right now, I'm turning your tears into testimony, your sorrow into strength, your wounds into wisdom. The world may have seen your pain, but I see your preparation. And soon, everyone will see what I was doing all along, turning what hurts you into what will heal others. So hold on, my beloved. Don't give up now, because the same fire that tried to destroy you is the fire I'm using to refine you. And what's coming next will be greater than what you've lost. Every tear was a seed. Every sleepless night was preparation, and the harvest of blessing is on its way. My child, I know there have been moments when you've looked at yourself and wondered if you truly matter. When you've watched people walk away, when you've given your heart only to be left standing in silence, when you've done everything you could, loved deeply, forgiven freely, and yet still felt invisible. You've asked yourself, am I not enough? And I tell you now, you have always been enough, because your worth was never defined by who stayed or who left. Your value was never decided by the opinions of others. It has always been defined by my love for you. You are not invisible to me. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. Even when people turned their backs, I never turned mine. I saw every time you gave your best and were misunderstood. Every time you stayed faithful when others walked away. Every time you poured love into others, but received silence in return. And I whispered to your heart, keep loving, keep standing. I see you. Because my child, I don't measure your worth by how others treat you. I measure it by the love I placed inside you. You are precious, not because the world says so, but because I said so before you were even born. You were created with intention, designed with purpose, and stamped with my image. I know how the world can make you doubt that, how comparison steals your peace, how rejection plants seeds of unworthiness in your soul, how the voices around you, and sometimes the one inside you, whisper, you don't matter, you're not good enough. But I am silencing those lies today, because I did not create you to live small, hidden behind fear and shame. I created you to shine, to reflect my love, to walk in the confidence of knowing you belong to me. You've been looking for validation from people who were never meant to define you. You've been chasing approval from those who couldn't see your divine design, but their blindness doesn't make you less beautiful. Their silence doesn't make you less seen. When they left, I stayed. When they doubted you, I defended you. When they forgot your name, I called you mine. Do you know what that means? It means that no matter who walked away, you were never alone. It means that no matter how many doors closed, your story didn't end there. Because I am the one who writes new beginnings, and I'm writing one for you right now. You see, my love isn't fragile. It doesn't fade when you fall. It doesn't weaken when you make mistakes. It's not dependent on your perfection. It's rooted in my promise, and my promises never fail. When others saw your flaws, I saw your potential. When they judged your past, I saw your future. When they saw broken pieces, I saw a masterpiece in progress. My beloved Arnab, I need you to stop looking for your worth in the mirror of other people's opinions. Their reflection is flawed, but my view of you is perfect. You are my creation, my chosen one, my delight. When I look at you, I see strength clothed in grace. I see resilience born out of storms. I see a heart that has been wounded. Yes, but also one that refuses to stop loving. And that, my child, is power. Because love that endures pain is the strongest love of all. You think your story has been overlooked, but heaven has been watching every step. Every act of kindness no one thanked you for. I saw it. Every time you prayed for someone who hurt you, I recorded it. Every sacrifice, every unseen good deed, every silent tear, I've kept them all. Nothing about your life has gone unnoticed by me. So lift your head, my child. Stop apologizing for being who I created you to be. Stop shrinking to fit into spaces that were never meant for you. You don't have to beg for love when you already have mine. You are not too much. You are not too broken. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You are loved. You are seen. And though others may not have stayed, I have. I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. For my love is not seasonal, it is eternal. You may have felt rejection, but I am rewriting that word into redemption. You may have known loneliness, but I am replacing it with belonging. You may have questioned your value, but I am restoring it in full. Because I am not just your God, I am your Father. And a father never forgets his child. You don't have to prove yourself to earn my love. You already have it. You don't have to chase acceptance. You already belong. So rest in this truth. You were never overlooked, never unworthy, never unwanted. You were chosen from the beginning, called by name, and loved beyond measure. And that, my beloved, will never change. My child, listen closely, because what you are experiencing right now, this very moment, is not random. Nothing in your life has been by chance. Every encounter, every delay, every door that opened or closed, each one has been a piece of a divine design that I set in motion long before you were even born. You see, I've been orchestrating your story from the very beginning, long before the first sunrise, long before the world took shape. I knew your name before it was ever spoken. I wrote your purpose before your first heartbeat, and I planned this exact moment, the one you're living in right now. I have not missed a single detail. Not one breath, not one prayer, not one tear has escaped my notice. You may call it coincidence, but I call it divine arrangement. You may think it's random, but I call it destiny. Every step you've taken, even the ones that felt like missteps, have been woven into a greater plan. When you thought you were lost, I was leading you. When you felt delayed, I was preparing you. When you thought doors were slamming shut, I was guiding you toward the ones that truly mattered. There are no accidents in my kingdom, only divine appointments. I arranged the people who entered your life, even the ones who hurt you, even the ones who left. Some came to teach you, some came to test you, and some came to show you what real love looks like. Every one of them served a purpose in your growth. I know it hasn't always made sense. You've looked at seasons of loss and asked, "Why, God? Why did you let this happen?" And I whispered to you now because I was aligning your path with my promise. You see, if I had given you what you wanted when you wanted it, you would have missed what I was preparing for you. If every door had opened easily, you would have never learned to lean on me. If every prayer had been answered in your timing, you would have settled for less than what I intended for your life. I am not a God of accidents. I am a God of purpose. Everything I do has intention, and every intention flows from love. My love is not casual. It is not distant. It is not conditional. My love is deliberate, powerful, eternal. It moves through every moment of your life, even the ones that feel dark and confusing. It's the same love that held you when you thought you were alone. The same love that carried you when you couldn't walk another step. The same love that led you here, to this very message right now. Do you really think you're hearing these words by accident? No, my child. I planned this moment before time began. I placed it in your path because I knew you would need to hear it, because I knew your heart would be ready now, ready to understand that I have never left you, never forgotten you, never stopped working for your good. You see, my presence doesn't always come in thunder or fire. Sometimes it comes quietly, through a whisper, through a thought, through words that find you when you least expect them. Right now, this is me speaking to your soul. I am here. I have always been here. Think about the times you thought everything was falling apart, yet somehow things worked out. Think about the moments when you almost gave up, but someone pulled you through. That wasn't luck. That was me. I was the strength you didn't know you had, the peace that calmed your storm, the hope that refused to die in your heart. Even now as you listen, my spirit surrounds you. I am closer than the air you breathe, closer than your thoughts, closer than the pain you try to hide. You are living in a story that I have already written, and I promise you it ends in redemption. So when you feel unseen, remember, I see you. When you feel forgotten, remember, I remember you. When you feel like life is spiraling beyond control, remember, I am still the author holding the pen. You don't have to understand every chapter to trust that the story is good. You don't have to see the whole picture to know that the artist never makes a mistake. And you don't have to fear what's next, because I am already there. My child, I have planned every detail of your journey, not to harm you, but to heal you, not to break you, but to build you, not to abandon you, but to bring you closer to me. You may not see it now, but one day you'll look back and realize every unanswered prayer, every tear, every detour, it all led you exactly where you were meant to be. Because I am not just watching your life, I am weaving it. And every thread, even the painful ones, is being used to create something beautiful. So rest, my beloved. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to fight for control. Just trust that I'm already in tomorrow, waiting for you, preparing the way. And remember this, I planned this moment, this message, this encounter, before the world began, because my love for you is intentional. My promise to you is eternal, and my presence in your life will never fade. My child, listen closely, because something is shifting in the spirit right now. Even as you hear these words, change is happening. Freedom is beginning. The chains that have held you down, fear, rejection, poverty, loneliness, they are breaking. You may not feel it yet. You may not see it yet, but I, your God, am declaring it over you at this very moment. Your season of captivity is over. The battle is ending. The breakthrough has begun. You have carried burdens that were never meant to be yours. You've lived under the weight of fear that whispered, you'll never be free. But I am silencing that voice right now, because the spirit of fear no longer has permission to live in your mind. For I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. You are not weak. You are not forgotten. You are not at the mercy of your circumstances. You are a child of the Almighty, and my power is alive within you. The chains of anxiety, the ones that tighten around your thoughts at night, are snapping. The chains of financial struggle, the ones that made you question your worth, are breaking. The chains of rejection that made you feel unseen and unwanted are falling to the ground. And the chains of loneliness that made you believe you were on your own are shattering, because I am here, and where my spirit is, there is freedom. You've been fighting battles in silence, wondering if anyone noticed, wondering if even I heard. And I tell you now, I have seen every tear, every sleepless night, every hidden battle that no one else knew about. I was there, holding you when the world walked away. I was the strength that kept you standing when everything around you was crumbling. But now, my child, I am not only sustaining you, I am setting you free. This is not just another moment. This is the moment, the one you've been praying for, the one you've been waiting for. Right now, chains are falling. Right now, the atmosphere around you is shifting. Right now, blessings are awakening, miracles are moving, and my power is stirring within your life. The season of struggle is closing. The season of breakthrough is opening. You've walked through storms, but the storm is not your home. You've lived in survival mode, but survival is not your destiny. You are stepping into abundance, into peace, into restoration, into joy. For I am the God who makes all things new. I am the God who speaks to the dry bones and says, live again. I am the God who breaks every chain and brings beauty from ashes. Do you feel that? That stirring deep in your spirit? That's not emotion. That's me awakening your faith. That's the sound of freedom echoing through your soul. I am removing what has held you back. I am closing the doors that were never meant for you. And I am opening the ones that lead to your next season. You've said, Lord, when will it change? And I say to you now, it already is. Even as you listen, I am moving in ways you cannot yet see. Even as your heart begins to believe again, I am releasing what has been waiting in heaven for you. The enemy tried to convince you that it was over. He tried to bury you beneath shame, beneath fear, beneath disappointment. But he forgot one thing. You belong to me, and no weapon formed against you shall prosper. You are not a prisoner, you are a promise. You are not broken, you are being rebuilt. You are not forgotten, you are being remembered for victory. So take a deep breath and receive this truth. The chains have fallen. The walls are coming down. The prison doors are opening. You are walking out, not as the same person who walked in, but as someone transformed, renewed, empowered. This is your exodus from fear. This is your deliverance from lack. This is your freedom from rejection. What once kept you bound will now become the testimony that sets others free. What once caused you pain will become the platform for your purpose. What once tried to destroy you will become proof that my hand was always upon you. So lift your eyes, my child. Because the night is ending and a new dawn is breaking. The darkness that once surrounded you is lifting, and my light is flooding in. This is not the end of your story. It's the turning point. This is not the valley of defeat. It's the place of resurrection. You are stepping into a divine reversal where sorrow turns into joy and delay gives way to destiny. For I declare to you today, the chains are broken, the battle is won, and your breakthrough has begun. This is your season of freedom. This is your season of renewal. This is your season of victory. And nothing, not the past, not fear, not failure, can stop what I am doing in your life right now. So walk forward, my beloved. Walk with courage. Walk in faith. Walk in freedom, because the fight is finished, and the breakthrough you've been waiting for has already started. My child, listen carefully, because what I am about to say carries the weight of heaven. Your season of struggle is coming to an end. The storms that once surrounded you are beginning to calm, and I, your Father, am releasing blessings that will overflow in your life. You have prayed for peace, not the kind that the world gives, but the kind that silences every storm within you. And now, I am giving it to you. Peace that surpasses all understanding. Peace that doesn't depend on circumstances. Peace that stands firm even when life feels uncertain. This peace is not fragile, it's powerful. It will guard your mind from fear. It will quiet your heart when anxiety rises. It will remind you that I am in control, that nothing, absolutely nothing, happens outside my plan. So breathe, my beloved. Let that peace fill every corner of your soul. You don't have to fight every battle anymore. You don't have to figure out everything at once. Be still and know that I am God. But I am not only bringing peace, I am bringing provision. I have seen the nights you worried about what tomorrow would hold, the bills, the needs, the moments when your hands felt empty. But I tell you now, I am opening doors you never knew existed. I am creating opportunities you could not have planned. I am sending resources from places you didn't expect, because I am your provider, Jehovah Jireh. I fed the thousands with a few loaves and fishes. I poured manna from heaven in the wilderness, and I will do it again for you. Do not fear lack, because lack is not your destiny. Abundance is. I am turning scarcity into overflow. You will not have to chase after blessings. Blessings will begin to chase after you. You have been faithful in little, and now I will make you ruler over much. You have waited patiently, and now the harvest is coming. The seeds you planted in tears are about to bloom in joy. But my blessings are not just material, they are miraculous. I am healing not only your body, but also your soul. I am touching places within you that have ached for years, the parts you've hidden behind a strong smile, the wounds you never told anyone about. Yes, I see the pain behind your laughter. I know the scars you've carried in silence, but I am reaching into that very place right now to restore, to renew, to make whole again. I am healing the body that has grown weary. I am healing the heart that has been broken. I am healing the spirit that has been crushed under the weight of disappointment, because my love doesn't just cover the surface, it goes deep enough to rebuild what life has torn apart. You thought the broken pieces of your life were useless, but I say to you, I am the potter, and I am putting them back together again, piece by piece, gently, purposefully, beautifully. And when I am finished, what once looked shattered will shine brighter than before, for what was lost will be restored, what was broken will be repaired, what seemed dead will rise again. I am resurrecting dreams that you buried long ago, dreams you thought were over, the ones you let go of because disappointment told you they could never happen. But I have not forgotten them. I have been breathing life into them behind the scenes, and soon you will see them awaken again. You will watch doors reopen that you thought were sealed forever. You will see relationships mended that you thought were beyond repair. You will feel joy return to places that have known only grief, because I am the God of restoration. And when I restore, I don't just give back what you lost, I multiply it. For every tear there will be laughter. For every loss there will be double portion. For every night of pain there will be mornings filled with peace. My child, you are stepping into a season of divine renewal. I am making all things new. Not some, not most, but all. The past will no longer define you. The wounds will no longer confine you. And the fear that held you captive will no longer bind you. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to breathe again. This is your moment to believe again. So lift your eyes and look ahead, because your miracle is not far off. It's already unfolding. Even now, angels are moving, doors are unlocking, and blessings are aligning. Do not doubt, my beloved. Do not let fear whisper that this is not for you. For my promises are yes and amen. What I have spoken, I will bring to pass. You will walk in peace that the world cannot explain. You will live in provision that doesn't make sense to others. You will experience healing that no doctor can claim credit for. And you will witness restoration that only heaven could design. Because I am faithful, and I am doing it now. So rest, my child. Your waiting was not wasted. Your faith has not been forgotten. The storm is passing, and the blessing is rising. This is your season of peace, provision, healing, and restoration. And I, your God, will make it beautiful in my time, which is now. My child, listen closely, because this moment you are living in right now is sacred. This is not just another day. This is not just another video that appeared on your screen. This is a divine appointment. Heaven itself has opened to reach you in this very hour. And I, your God, am calling to you one more time, because I do not want you to miss what I am doing. You've prayed for change, for peace, for breakthrough, and I've heard every word. But now I need you to hear me, because this is your moment. This is the hour of destiny, the turning point between what was and what is about to be. Do not take it lightly. Do not scroll away and tell yourself you'll listen later, because later may never come. There are moments in life when heaven moves, when eternity leans close, when destinies are written and miracles are released. And this is one of those moments. Right now, the gates of heaven are open, and my blessing is being poured out. But I need your heart to be still enough to receive it. Because if you turn away now, if you harden your heart, you risk missing what I have prepared for you. Not as punishment, but because your attention determines your transformation. I am speaking, but you must choose to listen. I am offering, but you must choose to open your heart. I am calling, but you must choose to respond. This is not just another message. This is a divine invitation to step into freedom, to walk into purpose, to finally see the chains that held you fall to the ground. But hear me, child. There is an enemy who knows what I'm about to do in your life. And he will do everything he can to stop you from believing it. He will whisper lies into your mind. This isn't for you. This isn't real. Nothing will change. He will use distraction, noise, doubt, and fear. Anything to pull your heart away from this moment. He knows that if you listen, if you believe, if you hold on to my promise, his power over you will be broken. That's why he fights so hard to fill your life with chaos, to make you too busy to pray, too tired to hope, too numb to hear my voice. But I tell you now, do not let the enemy's voice be louder than mine. Do not let his lies drown out my truth, for I have already defeated him. He has no authority over what I have declared for you. The enemy is a deceiver. He wants you to believe that your past disqualifies you, that your failures have erased your worth, that your pain means I've abandoned you. But none of that is true, because my grace has already covered what you think disqualifies you. My mercy has already rewritten what you thought was over, and my love has already made you whole. So stay with me. Do not let distractions steal what I am placing in your hands right now. Do not let fear convince you that this message isn't yours. I am speaking directly to you, not to someone else, not to the world in general, to you, because I see what's in your heart. I see the battles you fought quietly. I see how close you've come to giving up. And that is why I am calling you so urgently right now. You've said, God, if you're really here, give me a sign. And this is that sign. You've said, God, if you still love me, speak to me. And these are my words. Do not let this moment pass. Because what I am doing right now is not ordinary. It is holy. This is a divine interruption. a sacred encounter between heaven and your heart. You may feel my presence even now, that gentle stirring inside you, that warmth, that peace that doesn't make sense. That's me. That's my spirit confirming that this message is for you. So I say to you once more, stay close, hold on, do not drift away, because I am about to renew your strength, restore your peace, and release blessings that will overflow into every part of your life. This is your hour of awakening. Your heart is being reawakened to hope. Your soul is being lifted out of weariness, and your spirit is being reminded. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not too far gone. If only you believe. If only you stay. If only you say, yes, Lord, I'm here. I will do more in these few moments than you could accomplish in a lifetime on your own. This is not the time to doubt. This is the time to decide. To choose faith over fear. To choose hope over despair. To choose my presence over the noise of the world. And when you do, everything will shift. Heaven will move. Chains will fall. And my light will flood every shadow in your life. So stay with me, my beloved. Trust me, because this is the moment I am making all things new. And if you believe that I am with you, if you believe that I am still speaking, still healing, still saving, then say it out loud right now. Say amen. Because that single word opens the door for heaven to move in your life. This is your divine moment. Don't miss it, because I am here and I am ready to change everything. My child, as this message comes to a close, I want you to know something simple, yet eternal. You are loved, not because of what you've done, not because of how perfect you've been, but because I chose you before the world began. My love for you is not conditional. It doesn't rise and fall based on your performance. It doesn't fade when you fail, and it doesn't disappear when you doubt. It is constant, unshakable, infinite. When I look at you, I don't see mistakes. I see my masterpiece. I see someone I've carried through storms, someone I've refined through fire, someone who still stands even after everything tried to break them. I know the road has been hard. I know there were nights you questioned whether you'd make it through, but every tear you've cried has watered the soil of your blessing. Every struggle, every delay, every heartbreak, it wasn't wasted, it was preparation. Because what you thought was breaking you was actually building you. You see, I never left you, not for a second. Even when you couldn't feel me, I was working behind the scenes. Even when you felt forgotten, I was setting the stage for your comeback. You were never abandoned. You were being positioned. Positioned for freedom. Positioned for purpose. Positioned for the miracle I am releasing into your life now. This is your turning point. This is the hour of transformation. The moment heaven has been preparing for you. What was heavy will be lifted. What was broken will be restored. What was lost will return in greater measure than before. I am declaring over you, you will not leave this season the same. You will not walk forward with the same pain, the same fear, the same shame that once chained you down. Because I am making all things new. I am restoring your joy, the kind of joy that no circumstance can take away. I am giving you peace that surpasses understanding, peace that quiets every storm within you. I am releasing provision that flows from my abundance, not your effort, and I am renewing your strength so that you can rise again, stronger than ever before. My beloved, your suffering has not been punishment. It has been preparation. The delays you endured were not denial, they were alignment. I have been shaping your heart, training your faith, and teaching you how to depend on me. Because where I am taking you, you cannot carry the weight of the past. You cannot walk into the new season with the mindset of the old one. So I am shedding from you everything that no longer belongs. Fear, shame, regret, comparison, bitterness. It all falls away now. You are stepping into a divine shift. This is the hour of awakening. This is the season of restoration. And yes, this is the miracle you've been waiting for. You will see things begin to move suddenly. Doors will open quickly. Connections will form unexpectedly. What was once impossible will become possible. because I am the God who turns impossibility into testimony. I know you've been tired. I know it's been a long fight. But hear me now. You're closer to breakthrough than you've ever been. The waiting was not wasted. The pain was not pointless. The wilderness you walked through has been the bridge to your promised land. And when you look back, you'll realize it all led here, to this very moment, to this divine encounter. For I am declaring a new season over your life, a season of healing, of peace, of joy, and of prosperity. The old has passed away, the new has come. You will no longer live under the shadow of yesterday. You will no longer define yourself by what broke you, because what once hurt you will now honor you. What once held you back will now propel you forward. I am not only restoring what you lost, I am multiplying it. You will receive double for your pain, double for your faithfulness, double for every night you thought would never end. Because I am the God of abundance, and I give beyond what you ask or imagine. So rise, my child, lift your head, open your heart. You are not who you were. You are not bound to your past. You are a new creation, reborn through fire, anchored in grace, wrapped in my eternal love. This is your season of renewal. This is your moment of freedom. This is your hour of breakthrough. And I promise you, you will not be the same again. Let go of fear, for fear no longer fits you. Let go of shame, for you've been redeemed. Let go of doubt, for I am already working all things together for your good. Walk boldly into the new chapter I've written for you. It's filled with peace, with favor, with blessings overflowing. It's filled with laughter that heals, love that stays, and hope that never runs dry. My child, this is not the end. It's the beginning. The page has turned, the story is shifting, and your miracle is already unfolding. You will rise, you will shine, and the world will see what I've always seen, that you are chosen, loved, and destined for greatness. So hold on to this truth. You are stepping out of the old and into the new. The night is over. The dawn has come. This is your season of freedom. This is your season of restoration. This is your season of prosperity. And I, your God, will make it beautiful in my perfect time.